first, do lullabies really have a soothing effect? Dr. Nick Pickett has monitored their use at Great Ormond Street Hospital.
Seesaw, Margarito. We did a study here where we played lullabies to children, and during the session we measured physiological parameters, and we were able to show that after listening to lullabies, the children's heart rate tended to slow down and their perception of pain tended to be lowered. We were able to show that it was music per se that had this beneficial physiological response.
So, can I write a lullaby that works? I've enlisted early childhood studies lecturer Alison Street to help.
Alison, that's one of my favourite lullabies, Surgan. It's really very simple, isn't it? But if I'm going to deconstruct lullabies, what else do I need to put into my song?
Well, I think you might try a sort of falling melody. After all, when people speak to babies and they want to soothe them, they'll very often do this with their voice. Oh. And then if you put that into a Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star, you've got that repeated notes falling down.
Ah.
Yeah, exactly.
And what about words? Because, you know, something like Rockabye Baby, the cradle will fall and smash, and why do they have such strange words to go with soothing melodies?
Historically, they've often been about people's hardships, and very often women will sing about the woes of their days, and in a way singing can also act as a sort of safety valve, really.
I've never thought of it as for both parent and baby. That's the power of a lullaby, isn't it?
As I put finishing touches to my lullaby, 10 of the harshest critics roll up. What will they make of it?
I would love it to work.
I don't think it'll get her off to sleep. She's very excited today.
Let's hope for the best.
My masterpiece has a falling melody and lyrics about a minor domestic crisis, but the audience seems unimpressed.
Sleep, my baby, oh, hush-a-loo-la-lo. Auntie Maisie burnt the gravy. Sleep, my baby, oh.
It's a shaky start, but after just 4 minutes, something magical happens.
There's one over there starting to go to sleep, so we've got one.
Within 5 minutes, 3 are asleep, and by the end of the session, it's gone very quiet.
7.
I never thought we'd have this many.
Whether they would have nodded off anyway is hard to say, but 7 out of 10 ain't bad.
So, am I going to gain immortality by having this lullaby sung, say, 100 years from now?
I think you ought to sort out the copyright for that immediately.
I was absolutely shocked. I really didn't think she was going to fall asleep at all.
Particularly surprised, especially at the fact that nearly all the babies managed to fall asleep.
I certainly didn't expect Joel to fall asleep as quickly as he did.
Normally, I'd be mortally offended if the audience fell asleep during one of my gigs.
But I think it's fair to say that my lullaby is a bit of a hit with this crowd.